Okay, so today we're going to prepare for your interview that you're going to be having with your work-based learning employer. So the first thing you're going to do is read the interview do's and don'ts, read sample interview questions to be asked and to ask, and then look over the mock interview rating sheets. This may be an example of how your interviewer will score you. I don't they may not score you at all, but this will give you kind of a guide in which to go with, so you do well in your interview. And then complete the mock student interview preparation and tips, and then turn it in. So we're going to read the interviews do's and don'ts right here. Let's take a look at this PDF. So some things to do: dress appropriately, make your first impression a professional one. Always dress maybe one level above what they would expect you to wear. So if this is an agriculture position, don't wear your typical run-of-the-mill work clothes. Dress up a little bit for it. Wear your nicer jeans or your nicer pair of khaki work pants, and a nice button-down shirt. Okay. Then consider your appearance and personal hygiene. By the way, up here, I would not wear shorts. Girls, you don't have to wear a dress. You don't have to go over the top with the way you dress. Just make sure your pants don't have any holes in them. Make sure that you're not wearing just your run-of-the-mill t-shirt. You should probably have a nice shirt on. Also, girls, you want to be modest in the way that you dress. No strappy shirts. And I would wear pants. Don't mess around with a skirt or a dress. Wear some sort of pants or leggings with a shirt, that covers your leggings to make it look dressy. Okay. Consider your appearance and personal hygiene. Make sure to wear neat, clean, and conservative clothes and shoes. Clean and brush your hair. Wear only minimal makeup and jewelry. Use deodorant, but don't wear heavy perfume or cologne. Wash your fingernails. Wear either no nail polish, or be sure the polish is conservative in color and not chipped. Okay, so that means no bright orange nail polish, like a beige color or a light pink would be okay. Be organized and bring a pen, notebook, questions for the interviewer, and at least 2 copies of your resume, cover letter, and application. Arrive 15 minutes early. Late attendance is never excusable. Turn off your cell phone when you enter the building. Introduce yourself, shake hands, look at the person in the eye, address the interviewer by their name during the interview. Clarify questions. Be sure you answered the question the employer really asked. Get the interviewer to describe the position and responsibilities early in the conversation so you can relate your skills and backgrounds to the position throughout the interview. Conduct yourself professionally. Be aware of what your body language is saying. Smile, make eye contact, maintain composure, don't slouch, and don't interrupt. Okay, always let them finish before you speak. Anticipate tough questions. Prepare in advance so you can turn apparent weaknesses into strengths. Listen closely so you can respond to the interviewer's actual questions, not just the questions you prepared for. Don'ts. Don't answer vague questions. Rather than answering questions you think you hear, get the employer to be more specific and then respond. Never interrupt the employer. If you don't have time to listen, neither does the employer. Don't chew gum or place anything on the employer's desk. Don't be overly familiar or casual. Don't ramble. Get to the point. Long answers often make the speaker sound apologetic or indecisive. On the other hand, don't answer questions with a simple yes or no. Explain whenever possible. Do not lie. Answer questions as truthfully as possible. If you don't know the answer to a question, say so. Do not make derogatory remarks about your present or former employers or companies. That means don't talk negatively about anyone during your job interview. Don't be discouraged if no definite offer is made or a specific salary is discussed. The interviewer will probably want to communicate with the office first or interview other applicants before making a decision. And then closing the interview, express thanks for the interviewer's time and consideration. Ask for the interviewer's business card so you can write a thank you letter as soon as possible. When you leave the interview and have a moment, write down what was discussed in the interview. You can use this information when writing your thank you letter. Write, proofread, and send a thank you note no later than 24 hours after the interview. All right, so we did number 1. Read sample interview questions to be asked and ask. So you can't predict the exact questions that an interview will ask, but you can be well prepared by thinking about how you would answer these questions. Tell me about yourself. That's almost in every one. What do you know about our company? Why are you interested in this position? What do you consider your greatest strengths and weaknesses? Okay, all of these are sample interview questions. Make sure that you read those, and you don't have to write these answers out, but have a way to respond in your mind how you would answer those questions. And then they're going to ask you in the end what questions you have for them. So here are some sample questions for them. What type of training program will be offered? What are your goals for this position? What obstacles must be overcome for the person in this position to succeed? How will my performance be evaluated? What growth opportunities exist? These are all great questions to ask an interviewer. Look over the mock interview rating sheets right here. Oops. So this, a lot of places when you interview will be scoring you or making notes while you're interviewing with them. And so right here, the student brought a copy of the documents to the interview. Documents were complete and contained appropriate information. Documents were neat and easy to read. That applies to the application, resume, and cover letter. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do those things. Appearance and professionalism. The student was dressed in appropriate professional attire. The student greeted the interviewer with their name and a firm handshake. By the way, when you greet somebody and you give a firm handshake, make sure you're looking them in the eye when you do so. Student closed the interview by thanking the interviewer and offering a firm handshake again. Student referred to the interviewer by name during the interview, made appropriate eye contact, and maintain a confident posture. Make sure you sit up straight. Student communicated clearly and confidently throughout the interview. By the way, with your posture, don't cross your arms either. Girls, cross your feet at your ankles. Guys, too. Use proper body language throughout the interview. If you fold your arms, it looks like you're closed-minded and not listening. Maybe just have your arms and hands be on the armrest of the chair so you're not fidgeting. Makes you look nervous and might keep you more calm too if you're gripping the arms. Interview content. The student stated skills and experiences clearly using concrete examples. So don't just say I'm organized. Give an example of a time when your organizational skills helped you, okay, or helped an organization. Student avoided giving inappropriate information. Personal problems, negative feelings about past employers, etc. Nothing negative. Don't do anything negative. Student asked at least 2 questions regarding the position of the company. And if I had a job opening, okay, yeah, so make sure you do these things. This is just tips on what, ways to behave in the interview. And then complete the mock interview, student preparation, and tips and turn it in. And that's this. So before you walk into an interview, you should know as much about the company and the position as possible. So what's the name of or the type of company, or the name of your company? You can put that in here. The mission value or core values, if you can find them. Again, you guys can use the research sheet that we did on the second day of class. Any news of the company lately? Questions for the interviewer about the company or the environment based on your research. 2 positive experiences relating to the company's core values that 2 of your own positive experiences that you think would relate to the company. 2 experiences where you overcame a challenge or a weakness to provide them. And then personal qualities, job skills, and experiences that you can bring to the position and why. So fill this out and turn it into this assignment also to prepare for your interview.